Hey, and welcome to another extra episode of Enigmatica 9 Expert. As you could have seen in the last episode, there are some stuff I haven't been able to do while recording the episode, but not shortly after finishing the recording I managed to fix all of that. So let's go and see some of those changes. The first change is regarding the bees. So there were two things I wanted to do regarding bees. The first one is producing clay using the queen bee, and the second one was getting honey and honeycombs from beehives. I tried to get this to work in first place, but I couldn't manage to make it work. One of the problems was that this modular router with a breaker module wasn't able to break the snow below here. If we deactivate this thing, you can see this is now able to break the snow blocks on the bottom of my cool Anxiety. Now, while I was editing this extra video, I forgot to explain why this wasn't working. As you can see, now it's 1.3k honeycombs, so a lot of time has passed. So the thing is that this modular router with the breaker module, and I think the modular router itself is considered as a fake player. So this mod, FTB chunks, whenever you force load a chunk, it seems that it kind of deactivates by default the the actions of any fake player, or maybe it deactivates the existence itself of a fake player. If you're experiencing the same problem, what you have to do is come to your inventory, you go to my team tab, go to the settings, and then here you have to put allow all fake players as true. By default, this was for me, this was at false. You have to activate it to true, and it should work. For example, it's false, right? If I activate this, this is not actually yes, you can see this is not breaking. But at the moment I activate this, you will see that now this is buffering and this is actually breaking. So that's what you have to do in case any modular router kind of thing that requires a breaker module and it is inside a force loaded chunk doesn't work. You only have to check that. If the problem persists, then I really don't know what's the problem, but at least this was the problem for me. And all of this snow is getting buffered into this drawer, and of course the snow here goes directly into this router here that basically just right clicks the buffer item here, that would be the snow, and just throw it into the queen, making the trade successful and getting clay in exchange. And this accumulator recollects all the clay above us. I also have here this display case that emits a signal at over 2048 clay balls, which sends a redstone signal to this modular router, deactivating all of the process. This is especially to avoid doing unnecessary processes, because at the end what this modular router does is send entities to the big queen, which can produce a lot of lag. So I do need a way of making this stop whenever I really don't need much clay. The second problem was with the bee hoppers and beehives. If we come below here, we have some hive hoppers, sorry, below each beehive, which basically recollects honey. What are you doing? Which basically recollects the honey and the... Why are they coming here? Go outside. Which recollects the beecombs and the honey from the beehives. So it recollects both products. It's like a shears and a bottle, a glass bottle at the same time. So we recollect both products and just send it back to our ME system. I didn't know how to make it work, but then I thought about these carbuncles, and now I'm using them as a recollector system. And you come with me, thank you. So these carbuncles are recollecting the items from the hive hoppers. There is one starbuncle for items and the other starbuncle for liquids, and they send it into a storage controller that sends them into our storages. So yeah, basically it sends the honeycombs in this drawer and the regular honey into this fluid drawer, which there is an import bus that sends the honey to our system here. We send it into a fluid cell. So that's how all of this system works. Now in the future, I'm thinking of even expanding this even more, because we will need a lot of honey. Honey fluid is mainly used in the craft of Elysium and Ambrosia. Elysium is used for echo shards, and Ambrosia is used for ether gas. And ether gas will be most likely our next source of that's of energy, and it is also used in a bunch of crafts for advanced machine frames and also some speed add-ons. So we will need a lot of honey for that. Now that's regarding bees. The next problem I had on the episode was with producing Magicite. Now this Magicite setup was here before, in this place here. Now I put it here below. I move it here. And you can see there are some things that are changed in here. So in the episode, what I used to do is get energy directly into the other side using an energy P2P. If we come here, you will see a lot of changes. The first change, as you can see, I am getting source directly into this place. And I'm using this source to produce energy through the bright pulsating crystal. And I've just realized this is not catching up. This is not really catching up. Now it is quite catching up. I haven't realized it would consume this much energy. But anyway, this is the idea. We are not bringing power from the other side, but rather we are bringing source and then converting it into power in this place. Always using the same setup. So a P2P, a liquid hopper, and a fluid tank with a fluid source link on the top and a source jar on the side. And now we are basically producing Magicite through this. I still have to install the upgrades, but the other problem I had is that the Wilden Chimera takes damage each process finishes. So each time this fluid drill extracts Magicite, the Wilden Chimera will take one hit of damage. I don't know how much hurts, but it will take some damage. What I did here is basically put here a enchanted spell turret with heal and amplify. What this will do is just basically heal our compulsive anxiety each time this timer just finishes timing. And this is basically the idea. And whenever we add some speed upgrades into these laser drills, we can just diminish the amount of time between each tick. Yeah, each redstone pulse it does this redstone aura evaporator. And that's how we heal the Wilden Chimera. And we avoid this to die. And I forgot, and how we are getting the Magicite out of the system is we are bringing the Magicite into a small fluid tank. and we are just sending this Magicite into this fluid tank, which is getting into this liquid hopper, which is going into an interface, which is taking the liquid back into our system, into our cell, into our liquid cell, and storing it there. Another thing I did is already install some upgrades into some of our machines, so this stuff runs faster. Mechanism machines are quite slow, so having some upgrades won't hurt and will be more beneficial for us. Okay, so I think I solved the problem with the NBT tags. It was much more simpler than I thought. I thought I had already tried these small changes, but basically what I did is just encode the crafting with the items that were inside my terminal. So what I would do regularly is grab this craft and then just fill the receipt and then just encode. However, it seems, for example, for this crystal matrix, it gives a different NBT tag than the one we have here, and so that's why that whenever we try to request one of these crystal shards, it doesn't seem to take this dimensional crystal matrix as a possible item to use this. So basically what I would do is just grab this one, take out the item here, and then just put this item here. And that's basically what I did right now. And I did the same with the add-ons, because it seems that the add-ons, they also requires NBT tags. So they also give NBT tags whenever they are crafted. So I have to use some add-ons here, the add-ons that I have stored here, in this pattern encoding to make them possible to be used for other crafts. In any case, this is all for this extra episode, and I'm very excited to start recording the next episode. So I'll see you there. Bye.